What's up, y'all? Today in this video we are going to be talking about flashlights for locksmiths and other tradespeople, but specifically for locksmiths because we are a locksmith channel, but we do review tools. Here we have the whiteboard with all the flashlights that we are going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible, which probably means it'll be like an 80-minute video. However, I've gone ahead and written out all the pertinent information for each one of them, so I'm going to quickly go through them. We have them all laid out right here, and we do have a couple of things that I want to test during this video. To start off with, and I will say to just save y'all the trouble, if you don't want to watch a however long video this is end up going to be in, the MicroStream. The plain old MicroStream that we will be looking at is my #1 flashlight. We've talked about it as we've been talking about me doing this video, and the MicroStream is really for most uses in the locksmith world anyway. It's kind of perfect. It is kind of perfect. The next step up would be one of these three, but we do have a bunch of them to check out in case you're interested in any of these, and these last two are big box store purchases as well, so I figured let's go ahead and throw those on, because if you go to the big box store and you've got a little money to spend, you may decide to, hey, get one of these two. So we're going to take a look at those as well. I've got them all laid out on the counter here, going backwards. Going backwards from the Phoenix here. Phoenix. So what I'm focusing in on really on this video is pocket-sized flashlights. Pocket-sized flashlights that will slip into a pocket easily. So just to note, in this video, there are a couple, the Phoenix and the ProTech HLX, which I have here, are not really, they've got pocket clips, right? You know, they got pocket clips, but they're not really that great. It's a pretty big flashlight, and I usually keep them in my pocket right here. So if you had that guy in your pocket, it's going to be sticking out a lot. But I did include them because I do own them, and I just wanted to show you the difference between the AAA. So mainly these are going to be focused on AAA style battery flashlights or rechargeable. So AAA USB charge, AAA. This one I do not have, but I went ahead and put the specs out. This is AAA. The Defiant is, I put AA, but I think it was AAA actually. The Olights, I believe, were AAA. Yep, AAA as well. One there. The i5, I do not have as well. We'll go ahead and underline which ones I don't have out here. I don't have that one, and I don't have this one because I just didn't. I've already spent too much money on flashlights. The ones that I've owned in the past, there's always been the MicroStream. This was my first introduction to Streamlight. The Stylus Pro came next because I wanted to step it up and see how the bigger ones did. Both of those ended up breaking, which we're going to go ahead and talk about right now, because Streamlight does supposedly offer a pretty good warranty. I ordered a switch. This is a $18 flashlight. This is like a $22 flashlight. This is like a $30 flashlight. The new switch is $7 on Amazon. So I have two of the flashlights, the MicroStream and the Stylus Pro, which were the two kind of OG lights that I've always used. Both of them are dead. The batteries, I don't know what's going on with them. We're going to take a look in this video if I can revive them with the new tail light, which is a good thing if they do revive. If not, I just found out from somebody that there's somebody locally that I can actually take those two and get them switched out. And then we go off into the ProTac, which is actually what Kim replaced this. She bought this for me a couple years ago, and let's take a close look. You can see the wear, the shiny, how it get shiny spots on it compared to, say, a brand new light. So after you pocket it for a while, you end up getting that kind of glossy, shiny wear pattern. And then she got me this for Christmas, I believe last year, the big one. And that is for more of a tactical use. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Some people may not need it. And then for years and years, I heard about Olight, the Olight brand. And the i3TOS is pretty much the counterpart to the MicroStream, and that's this guy. It does have a different pocket clip. Pocket clips are pretty important. We're going to talk about that as well, but it is a 1 AAA flashlight. Everything here I have, the lumens, while I'm talking about this, y'all can be studying the board just in case you hadn't figured it out. MicroStream lumens is 45. It lasts 2.15 hours. Quote for everything. The Stylus Pro 100 8 hours. When we get up into some more of these, they've got multiple settings. So like we got 300, 150, 30, and then we've got like strobe versions. And here we have the corresponding hours or minutes, I might add. So this, I don't, that's a big difference. For 180, if we go up here to the closest one, we'll just say 250 lasts 1.5 hours. Their 180 only lasts 21 minutes. So that's what I want to really talk about. But in the locksmith world, besides the fact that I'm doing this video because daylight savings time is tomorrow or tonight, and as at 5 o'clock rolls around, in my part of the world, it's dark, and some people don't do daylight savings time. We're trying to figure all that out during live, but Saturday Morning Live, Season 3, Episode 45. Every Saturday we do a live broadcast from this location. So if you're able to, between 11 and 1 Central Standard Time, join in, and we just talk about all sorts of fun things. And then the pen light and the Klein pocket light, which said new at the box store, so I was like, heck, let's get it. So anyway, and then lastly, this Phoenix I've had for quite a while. I've got the version 1. They're on the version 3. I don't even think you can probably buy a version 1 anymore. So the version 3 has much higher statistics on it and looks pretty cool. But there is one difference between the Phoenix compared to all the others, and that is tail cap button. The Phoenix is a side button. A lot of people like tail cap button, including me, just because I'm used to all the other ones having tail cap buttons. So, without further ado, now that y'all studied all that, I don't know how all these work, but let's go ahead and bring the camera a little bit closer, and we will decide what we like the best. First off, we're gonna go ahead and unbox these. Now, of course, there would not be a flashlight video, right, unless it was night. And so right now, we can't really tell. We can't really tell anything in the daylight besides the one thing that oh, that's already kind of, how does that, yep, does that come off like that? Don't want to cut the cable. Let's see if we can get these guys out. I may cut this part out. In fact, I know I'm going to cut this part out. And first off, first thing that I want to know, because I have not done this, I've been impatiently waiting for a week to see if this will revive one of my other ones. So let us go ahead and see if we can revive a dead light with a new tail cap assembly. Either one of the two would be fine with me. I'd love for this guy to be back. So let's see what happens. You can go there, get our fresh batteries. We're using Energizer batteries except for the rechargeable ones for this. Let's see. Y'all keep your fingers crossed for me. Will it work? It will not. All right, so that one's going back for warranty. All right, let's try, let's put this over here. So that's bad. Woo, we're gonna go back, and then my other one was this one, Forestry Supplies. This is actually a branded one. It's pretty popular for companies to get. Oh yeah, I remember what happened here. This one did something weird. This one had this little plastic sleeve in it. I don't know what was going on with that. So I think we're gonna work this time. We have one back, y'all. Hey. What kind of makes me sad that didn't work. But yes, back in action with my Stylus Pro. Now on the other ones, I went ahead and replaced all the batteries with new ones. So the deal is, let me go get what I want to talk about mainly. In the typical course of a locksmith needing, well, actually, we're gonna have to pull this one out. The Streamlights do come with batteries. When you're putting your battery in, y'all, lift up this clip just a little bit. If you just start unscrewing, your clip will scratch up your light. So do that. Lift up a little bit there and unscrew it. That way you don't get it all. I mean, it's gonna get your wear marks on it, but the less, the better, right? There we go. All right, so 45 lumens right here last 2.5 hours. The thing with lumens is that's how bright it is. As a locksmith, we have to look down keyholes. This is a standard cam lock. I've got it picked into the halfway position. And I would grab out my flashlight and I would, we're not gonna get good focus here, but we're gonna be taking our flashlight like this and looking at the wafers and looking up and down. So 45 lumen. One click. Every time you click it, it's 45 lumen. We move up to the Stylus Pro, this is an older one, so it's got some age on it. It may affect a little bit. It's got 100 lumens and 8 hours of lifespan because obviously 2 AA's. 100 lumen, we can see that's much brighter. So you can see where we're going with this. In all reality, the lower lumens is actually almost a better option because you don't have that glare. If it's hard to do without getting a really bad glare on the face of the cylinder. So in some situations it's good to have brighter, in some situations it's bad. Now this one is the ProTech. These are kind of what they call tactical lights. You can see the difference. Non-tactical has just smooth. Tactical has this thing so that you can anyway. Now this one's supposed to have 130, 20, and then strobe. And you do that by like double clicking. And I accidentally turn on, like I can't do it on purpose. That's the thing with this thing. I've tried my dangest to purposefully do it, and then I'll grab it out of my pocket and then it'll do it. So it's just some combination of light pressing or full pressing. You hear the click, and then you click on, and then maybe light press through. I don't know. And also this and the big boy right here, you can see super bright. This is ridiculous for anything other than like, tactical work or whatever. And I can't get this one to do it either now, but that has 3 modes. Obviously this would be more for, house entry stuff. In my case, when you're doing vacants, it's good to have these bigger flashlights. Because they throw a brighter beam and they can blind somebody. But if you're trying to use it for a pocket carry, it's huge. It does come with a holster, but I've already got too much stuff on my belt. Defiant. So that's a big box store thing. Defiant looks just like this. In fact, it's literally a clone, but you can tell. This is super lightweight. This is much better aluminum. They're both aluminum body, I'm sure. This one is super lightweight. It is 50 lumens, so it's pretty much this in this body. So you may get a 2-pack for $10, but you get what you pay for. The pocket clips, see how it's already kind of bent out like that. And see how these pocket clips, which by the way, you can put on a baseball cap. That's one good thing about it. If you wear a baseball cap, you just clip this on the brim of it, and you have a headlamp. Headlamps are a whole different thing. I've got about 5 different versions of that. Maybe one day we will do. Make sure and hit the thumbs up if you're interested in seeing my take on headlamps. We go to the Olight, which is a new addition to me. I've heard all my other flashlight friends be like, get the Olight, get the Olight, get the Olight. It's much more awesome. Number one, huge pocket clip difference. I love this pocket clip. Streamlight makes the best pocket clip. Big difference there. We're running really short on time. Now, the 2 big box stores. The one bad thing about it is they do come preloaded with batteries. I just took this out of the package. This is 100 lumens, which is the same as the Stylus Pro, which is this guy, right? And there's actually 2 different spectrums of light. When it gets dark tonight, I'm going to do the rest of this video out in my backyard so you can see maybe the light difference in them. These 2 are the same. This guy's about $23. This guy is was like $22 or $29. And it is a little bit bigger diameter. So it's gonna be fatter in your pocket. Pocket clips kind of clunky and goofy to me anyway. It may work great. And then we've got the Stylus Pro right there. So same flashlight practically with just different little features. And then here, this one's new to me. This one's an interesting guy. This was an expensive little guy. The Klein, already pre-charged. Another thing I might add, no big deal, but this did come with batteries, but it's open on the bottom. So anybody can walk by the big box store, turn this light on and walk off, and you get a dead flashlight or a half of a battery. So that's not great. It's great to be able to go in the store and turn it on just like this one, but then on the same token, it's not, because you kind of lose your batteries. Now, this is a rechargeable one. This has 275, 112, and then a strobe. I'm assuming, again, okay, there we go. We got that. What happened there? Oh, that's a slow strobe. Slow strobe that will last 150 hours. Interesting. I don't know what that green light means. That's pretty bright. Oh, there's a medium. Oh, that's super bright. And to charge it, you would, what's this arrow for? How do you charge it? Okay, so this one's equipped with last mode memory. Turns on in the same mode as off. Now that's good. That's one thing I hate about some of these lights, like this one, is like you go and you turn it on and it's low, you turn it off and then it goes up high, and then you turn it down and it's low. Some of them are resettable, but some of them aren't. And I hate having to click through. So if I like to use bright, I like to turn it off and turn it back on and have it bright again, instead of having to cycle through settings such as with this guy. Click on, click off, click on. They're all working right for me right now. I don't understand that. They're all click off. Okay, that's brighter. Oh, yeah, that's dimmer. This one you do have to do double clicking on. Lastly, the Phoenix, the only one that I've had for a long time that does not have a clicky on the button, bottom, but it is a pretty nice flashlight. You got low, you got medium, and then you got super bright. This will reach out and touch somebody. This is what I use for house entry most of the time, up until I got this guy, which works just as good because it's got the tactical strike and bezel. And I have to point out this funny guy. Yep. It's a flashlight. It's probably, I don't know, I support about 100 lumens. 100 lumens. Hey, heckin' yeah. Anyway, but it's got an on off on the bottom, and so you have to turn it on. I wouldn't want to carry it without it being in the off position. Thank you for, I think it was Ken underscore who sent me that one. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's it. We're going to go out tonight when it gets dark. We're going to use each one of these flashlights kind of quickly to look into a car, like if we were looking into a car to see what was going on. If we were having to unlock it, and looking like maybe into a keyhole, and then just getting a beam across my backyard to see how well it lights up. So anyway, that's it. Again, we'll give you one last look at all of the options out here. I'm glad to see I was able to resurrect one of them at least, because I love these. The Stylus Pro, it's been beat up a bit, but it was always a pretty good flashlight for me. I like the 100 lumens, just turning it on and it being 100 lumens every time. Once again, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. In my opinion, before tonight comes around, we're gonna do this. We're gonna say number one, if you want. That's a crappy pen, isn't it? Let's get a better pen. Let's get a better pen. There we go. I would go number one, flashlight, MicroStream. This may change tonight. The MicroStream USB, I'm kind of liking it, except for the fact that you have to double click. And if you look at your hours, you got 3.5 hours at the same lumen at low as you do, and you don't have to spend money on AAA batteries. And if you already plug up stuff all day long every day, like GoPros and stuff, then you already have the cables for it. So having that extra length of time is certainly good. So I would almost say between these two, having that extra 250 in case you need to reach out and blind somebody that's approaching you, you know, I would say 1.5 right here. I would definitely say that. Next up, if you just want a little bit brighter constant color, definitely this one. We've got number 2 right there. The Stylus Pro USB, the way I feel about the Stream and the USB Stream and the Pro and the one I don't have. Would you stop? I'm trying to video here. I would bet this one is good, so I'd go ahead and hesitantly say 2.5. You got 350, which is 100 more bright. The same length of time, 90 to 50. 30.5. Seems like the USB does a little bit better job with a length of time. ProTech, the one I've been using for quite a while now with the 10 tap thing, I'm not fond of it because, I don't know, it's weird. But these are the run times, 3.5 hours at a strobe, 130 lumens, 1.75. We got 250 lumens up here at 1.5. Obviously, this is going to last longer. If you're looking for length of time, this would be better. So it is the flashlight world is very subjective. I know I'm going to pull some people who are not locksmiths who are like, you're an idiot for talking about any of this. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't. I've used flashlights since I was a wee lad, but this is more of just for locksmithing. The Olight, the 180 and the 5. 180 and 5, 21 minutes, 16 hours. The Olight I'm not fond of, sorry y'all. Milwaukee Penlight, I don't have any valid opinion on it yet. I do feel like it's fatter, and for the same price, maybe a little bit more, I would definitely go with the MicroStream. 100 lumens here, 100 lumens on the Pro, $23 light here. This was, I think, $20. And then this guy, it's orange. That's cool. It's definitely cool. And then it's got all these modes, which we hadn't tested out. 3 hours, 5 hours, 12 hours. 3 hours versus at 275 lumens, this would be better than the MicroStream USB, and it is rechargeable. And it's got the tactical bezel. But the clip, I can tell the clip is pretty flimsy, so don't know about that. Plus it is fatter for sure. Sticks out a little bit higher. So anyway, there we go. Right up until later, we're gonna go ahead and pack this up for right now. And then it's got to get dark so that we can really take a look at flashlights at the end of this video. Oh yeah, I'm giving away some of these flashlights. Post in the comment section, one word. You can post a comment separately, but if you are interested in winning one of these flashlights, I'm giving away the Milwaukee flashlight. I'm giving away the Klein flashlight. I'm giving away an Olight light. I actually ordered a spare. And I might very well give away both of the Olights because I'm not overly fond of it. And I'm going to give away the Stylus Pro. And maybe, I don't know, I might give away 5. We'll see. But in the comment section, post your favorite brand. That doesn't mean that whatever brand you post is the one you're going to get. You may hate Olight and get an Olight. That's just going to be luck of the draw. But to be entered into the contest to win one of 5 or 6 flashlights, however many I decide to give away, post your favorite brand, and then if you have a separate comment, or you can combine the comments, but literally post the brand and then the rest of your comments so that I can. So like if you like Streamlight, say Streamlight. If you like Phoenix, say Phoenix. If you have something to add to that, start like a new, keep going. Like Phoenix, I love Phoenix because blah, 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 but I have had blah, 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 blah. So that's how I want y'all to post these. I'm very irritable about people following directions. So post the name brand of whatever brand you like the best if you've had experience with your flashlights. And then follow up with the rest of your comment. Otherwise, you will not be entered to win. So anyway, that's it. Until tonight, it's going to be dark soon. Daylight savings time. Don't forget to fall back, spring forward, fall back. So as of right now, it is like 4 o'clock for me right now. That means that it would be 3 o'clock, which means 6 o'clock would be 5 o'clock, and it's dark at 6 o'clock. So when I leave, it's going to be thoroughly dark. And be prepared for traffic because some people just can't drive during daylight savings time shift. Anyway, we'll see y'all tonight in the dark.
Okay, y'all, so this would be a simulation of me trying to get into a car at night and just going through the flashlights one by one. This is the standard MicroStream. Of course, you'd be standing over here and kind of looking to see where you would want to be manipulating your, say, long reach tool if that's what you were using to open the car with. So that's that one. Regular MicroStream. Alright, now we go to the USB, which is 2 different levels. That looks like bright. Oh, that's bright. Big difference. And that's regular, which is about the same as the regular MicroStream. All right, we go to the Stylus Pro. This is, if I recall, 100. One setting, one click, doesn't change. Okay. Now we're going to go to the StreamTech, the ProTech, which has 2 different settings. That is the low one. Can't get it to go into the low mode for some reason. Should have put a warning up that this video will have flashing lights. Okay, this is the Defiant brand. Just one beam. Okay, now we move on to the Olight. That has 2 settings. That is the low. And that is the high. However, like I said, it doesn't remember. So you have to go through each cycle Like if I want it to come back on high, I gotta start with low and then double click it to go to high. So that's the one thing I don't prefer on that one. All right, this is the Milwaukee. Hello, Milwaukee. Woo, that is a different shade of light too. That is yellow. Yellow light right there. I think it's just one. Was it one or two? Two. Soft push. Nope. Sometimes the soft push is hard to figure out, but that is definitely a yellow light. Okay, this one seems to be pretty neat now, this climb. All right, so that's the lowest. Strobe. Still strobe. Ooh, okay, there's a brighter one. So that was the brightest. And if you want to leave it on bright, turn it off, turn it back on, it stays bright. If we, oh, it didn't that time, did it? Let's go to, say, that setting, turn it off. I think you gotta wait 3 seconds. Turn it back on and it's the same. So I do like that about the climb. And I don't know about that green dot glowing. Okay, just for kicks and giggles, we're gonna do the Streamlight, the big boy. Woof, woo. Okay, sorry about that. All right, there's the brightest. Way overkill. Flashing. Thought there were 3 modes to this. I don't know. Weird. And lastly, the Phoenix. Not the only one without the tail switch. And there's 3 modes. You just go click, click, and click, which is the brightest. However, if you turn it off when it's bright, then turn it back on, it stays bright. So if you turn it off when it's low, then turn it back on, it comes back on low. So that one is kind of programmable too. So there we go. Okay, y'all, so even if you're not in the trade, you may just need a flashlight for your backyard to see what your dog's doing. So we're gonna go through these rather quickly because I'm gonna do some side-by-sides. But first off, we start off with the MicroStream. And we catch Jack out there pooping. That tree is about 20 feet away. MicroStream 45 lumens, I believe, or Jack. Then we go on to the USB MicroStream. That's the low setting. And that would be the brighter setting. Low again, which would be the equivalent to this 45 from the MicroStream in the right hand here. MicroStream, USB, and then brighter. So having that bright setting is kind of cool. Okay, next we have the Stylus Pro, which is 100. We're going to compare it to its closest cousin, Stylus Pro, then its clone, the Defiant. Once again, Stylus Pro and Defiant. Defiant, Stylus Pro. Better. Now we have the same Stylus Pro, just 100. And we have the Stylus Pro Tech that has 3 settings. That's, and I think it had 2 settings. And I think this was the one where the switch was
is messed up. Something's going on with it. It's kind of an older flashlight, but that's fine by me. So Stylus Pro, Stylus Pro Tech. Definitely brighter. Now let's go Olight. That's Olight's low setting. There's Olight's high setting. But once again, you have to click through them. This is the MicroStream, which would be the direct comparison to it. And, you know, I guess actually the most direct comparison would be the USB rechargeable, because it has two settings. Bright, and this is the bright for that. Way brighter though. I don't know, this is apples to apples, apples to oranges. That would be lower. That would be low. And I can't get it to go to the low. That's the low. So this is way low on the Olight, and it's kind of higher for the MicroStream USB. All right. Now we have Milwaukee. And we can see the color difference between it and the Stylus Pro. Cool white, warm white. Cool white Stylus, all the other ones, warm white. And here we have the Klein. Oh, the tail switch feels the same as the lens. I think that's, let's see, which one is this? This is medium, low. Look at the low. The low is really weird. It has those striations in it. And then strobe low. Kind of useless, but I would probably leave it in this medium setting right there. The two big ones, just for giggles. Boom. Definitely reach out and touch somebody. And then the Phoenix is a little bit unusual. Look how focused the low beam is. The low beam has a really sharp focus. And medium, and then higher. And look at the perfect circle there too. Look at that. Look at the focus on that compared to all the other ones. The Phoenix really has some good reflection going on for focus. So even at low setting, you could focus on something compared to the low setting on this is still more of a floodlight, or for any of the other ones. Definitely there's no real clear circle, where with this you have a very clear circle of light, and it can reach out and touch something. I want a tail cap version. Anyway, I think that's about it. I really didn't go over the pocket clips that much. All right, y'all, so my typical pocket wear. I'm right-handed. I've got my knife there. I've got my Knipex in my watch pocket, along with 3 bits usually. I've only got 2 here tonight. I've got a pen, usually this one. So here comes the flashlights. Obviously, the shorter, the better. So you take your 3 shortest ones, the MicroStream, the USB MicroStream, which is only a little bit longer, and then the Olight, which is the same length as the MicroStream. We've got MicroStream regular right there. Obviously, the clip is the best part about the shorter flashlights is you have more bend. If you have to, cock your knee up or climb up a ladder without having a long flashlight in your pocket, makes it much better. So by all accounts, any of these three would be your top winner. The Olight it feels bigger around. It's got this deeper clip. So if it was clipped in beside the MicroStream, boop, and boop, see how much it sticks out? MicroStream, let's go to MicroStream USB. Oop, see how it sits down? The Olight compared to those sits up a little bit more, and the button does stick up a little bit, so you do have a chance of pressing in on it, turning it on. But watch this. See how loose it is, and that's a brand new light too. So pretty loose clip. Neither one of those do that. So the clip by far on both of those wins. The Streamlight clip by a long shot is a winner. I wish they would take the same clip and do it with the other ones, because the bigger lights have a little bit different clip, but they're not bad. These are really made so that you could use them on a hat. Like if you were going to wear a hat, you could clip it on the brim of the hat. These would be too long to do that. However, this is the one I carry all the time. It's what I have been carrying. Also sits deep in the pocket, just like this one would. So same thing, they do stick down to here. So if you have to bend over or scrunch up a little bit, you will have the longer, length of that. However, compared to this fat guy right here with that clip, sticks up. No, squeaking. No squeaking. I'm videoing, Jack. No. Compare that to the Milwaukee. Look how high that sticks. Jack, no. Not right now. See how high that sticks up? So let's pull all these out of the pocket. And also, it's not quite as long, but no, Jack, stop it. It sticks up pretty nicely. It's got that red clip. I don't like that at all. All right, the Defiant. We talked about that. Very cheesy clip. I use this just because it doesn't even clip. I use this in my truck. I've got this clipped over something in my truck just for a backup light. Honestly, y'all, I hate to say it, but the Defiant, the 2-pack, if you want a couple of lights for the truck, where you literally don't care if you lose it, that's a good choice. Okay, so this thing, look at the clip is way high up, so this one's gonna stick way out of your pocket too. Yeah, sticks up pretty good. The tactical bezel, I forgot to mention that's tactical too. It's shorter than in the other ones. I love the mode changing. Clip, it's kind of loose. Not quite as tight as Streamlight, but it would. And I say that, y'all, because, something grabs a hold of it and yanks it out. But having this bigger around, that's a tough one. That's a nice light. I like it. Maybe just for a tool bag. It's got a reversible clip so that you could maybe clip it here. And the one other thing that I didn't do was, you can, if you're on a job and you need to set a light aside, I'll take something like a tripod or old tripod or some kind of angle thing and just lean it up against it. Even going so far as taking your spare screwdriver you have, right, and then just taking the light and doing that and shining it up at the door that you're working on. That's how you do that. So, and then obviously, LOL, haha, let's do it. It sits really low in the pocket. Is that a flashlight in your pocket, or are you glad to see me? Yeah. And Phoenix does not have a clip at all. So it's a bag light. That's what I call my bag light. I keep it in my bag. Not having a clip severely limits it. So many shortcomings. No, this is the version 1. There is a version 3 that's super high power. There's so many shortcomings with this, but so many good things, especially the focus. I'm talking about the focus is great on that. So anyway, I think the clear winner here is the MicroStream. We've already discussed that. And the USB. Give the USB a shot. Let's do some calculation here. I'm going to go ahead while I'm talking and put up a screen with some numbers to calculate how many hours the I may be getting way ahead of myself, but let's go ahead and divide out. You can buy like a 24 pack of AAA batteries. Each one of these this one takes one. This one takes one, and then this one takes two. This one takes two, and then you have the rechargeable ones that I don't have. One other interesting thing about this Streamlight ProTech, if you're interested in these big boys, check out how these charge. These charge very interestingly. The battery comes out, all right? And it's a Streamlight rechargeable battery where you literally plug the thing into the battery itself to charge. So that's one interesting thing. You can use the regular 1650, whatever these are, 1650, or these will go in that. And I've got a charger for these, but it's a separate thing that you have to plug in and snap the batteries in. So very different ways of charging the flashlights, for sure. So anyway, that's it on flashlights, y'all. If you have any questions or comments, just post them in the comment section. And we'll catch y'all next video.